Today I'm here watching the Kirby Air Riders Direct on August the 19th, 2025. Kinda surprised myself that I'm reacting to this, even though I didn't react to the Mario Kart or DK Bonanza Direct. I have no point of reference for this. I think I have a pretty good idea, actually, of what the original game was in terms of, like City Trial and stuff. But a lot of this will be new to me, basically. Also, this crap is 45 minutes. And it's a Sakurai Direct. So, like, come on. I kind of had to be here. Can we get that 1080p? There you go. It's 9 o'clock. There we go. Here we go, man. This is gonna be probably less me, like, flipping out over something insanely cool. We got a vocal song. More gonna be me like, oh, that's cool, I've never seen that before. Hog Rider.
いやー、なんでこんなに大変なので挨拶。桜井正宏です。こんにちは。
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai. Over 20 years since the previous game, Kirby Air Ride, launched on Nintendo GameCube, comes Kirby Air Riders. First, I'll begin with the question of why we called this game Kirby Air Riders. Plural, multiple. Hog Rider, that's why. Holy crap, game footage. Oh! Okay, cool, right off the bat. You can now choose your rider, multiple riders other than Kirby. Rider collection. Kirby, okay, so we're doing the freaking Smash trailer. Okay, game footage. A light and floaty front to all. This well-balanced hero has no clear weaknesses. Because he's a god. D. A heavyweight rider who rules the raceway. Hits hard with his powerful hammer. We're seeing footage. Looks pretty good. Meta Knight is here. A shadowy defender who slashes rivals with his sword and slices through the air on dark wings. The shaders remind me of Smash Ultimate. Bandana Waddle Dee. A sturdy rider who builds boost charge quickly. His trusty spear stings rivals like a hornet. They have weapons. They can hit you. Chef Kowalski? A culinary genius who always has a ladle handy. Recovers an extra amount from food items. Even though there were two other characters in the previous game, Kirby was basically your only rider. Kirby could ride on various machines in that game. This time around, you can also have fun with each character's unique traits. How we got here? You might be wondering why I ended up creating a new Kirby Air Ride game. Everyone was wondering this. Mistman12 was wondering this. It was a strong request from Mr. Takahashi, head of software development at Nintendo, and Mr. Mutsuhara, the president of HAL Laboratory at that time. At the time, I was working on the DLC for Smash Ultimate, and wasn't really able to get around to the request. They asked for it, but I managed to complete a written proposal at high speed, at lightning speed. I actually mentioned this on my YouTube channel, so I hope you check that out. The developer of the game is Bandai Namco Studios, not HAL Laboratory Inc. My company, Sora Limited, and Bandai Namco Studios are the same tag team that worked on Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Wii U and Smash Ultimate. I remember that. Let's move on to the main topic. Overview. Let's see some shoot. What is Kirby Air Ride, the original? Kirby Air Ride was widely viewed as a racing game featuring Kirby. You might be asking yourself if it's basically Mario Karts. You race and battle with familiar characters or on courses with different features, or so they say. Okay, so it basically is like Mario Kart. I even mentioned this when I received the request to make the game. I asked them if they still wanted to do it, like if it was so similar to Mario Kart, but as fans of the original know, the appeal of the game is not actually in the races. I'm going to show you the first look at gameplay. We're going to see some kind of trial, some kind of snow grave.
3, 2, 1, start!
Let's go. It looks good, actually. This is not 1080p. What the hell are you talking about? Let me refresh this.
いただきます。基本的な
That's right. I'll go over the basic. Wait, let me rewind that. Okay, I'm not sure why I can't seem to get it in 1080p. I guess this is good enough. I don't want to have to fiddle with it during the stream. It looks good. That was cool.
本当に作られていますね。
It's really been made. It's real.
いただきます。
From this point, I'll go into more details. The shading looked exactly like Smash Ultimate.
基本的な
I'll go over the basics of riding on the machines.
ここ大事
This
なの
part
で
is important, so please pay attention.
様々な
These are air ride
形状や
machines,
特徴を
or
持つ
machines for short. They have different forms and traits. That one's a box. The unicycle.
上に乗る
The
人は
characters who ride them are not called drivers, they're riders. Screw you.
マシンは通常ホバーのように
The machines usually float a little above the ground like they're hovering. The way he dropped him on the machine, they also move forward automatically. There's no need to press a button to accelerate.
ス
Based.
ティックを前に倒す必要
You
も
don't
ない
need
の
to
で
tilt the left
注意
stick
してく
forward
ださい
either, so please be mindful of that. They kind of propel on their own. As you're racing forward, you can change direction by tilting the stick left and right.
操作はワンボタン
You use one button for the controls. This is called boost charge.
ボタンを押すと
When you press the button, the machine hits the ground.
プッシュしてブ
You
レ
start a
ーキ
boost charge and then brake.
同時にボタンを押し
Simultaneously, if you hold down the button, you'll start charging up.
ただ
But if you're just racing forward, there's really not much use in pressing the button. You gotta hold it. If you come across a sharp corner,
tilt
the stick all the way to the side while pressing the button to start drifting and sliding along the ground. It's important to keep boosting. Build up your charge, then when you exit the curve, let loose. Repeatedly charging through drifts, you can move forward very fast. Those are the basics.
To
recap, when racing forward, you don't need to press the button or tilt the stick. Push! You need to tilt the stick left and right only on curves. Also, most of the machines can glide. There aren't any specific flying areas. When you jump from a ramp, you'll fly through the air like a glider. That's cool! Tilt the stick toward you, in other words, all the way down, and the machine's nose will rise, making you fly upward. By tilting the stick up, the nose will point toward the ground when you descend. And you'll descend. Ugh. When you're racing normally, you don't continue to tilt the stick forward. Otherwise, you'll suddenly fall off the ramps. When you're landing, try to do it gracefully and be parallel with the ground. If you land perfectly, you'll get an extra burst of speed. Whether you're steering or flying, it's important that you use the controls carefully. Special. In the previous game, you used a single button for everything. But this time we've added a second button, unfortunately. This is to expand the game's depth. In contrast to the boost charge button, which propels the machine forward, we're calling this the special button. Below the boost charge gauge is the special gauge. I was seeing that before, I wasn't sure what that was. Press the special button once the gauge is full, and oh my god, you'll unleash a special move. Each rider has a different one. Some specials increase your speed, while others unleash attacks. Special collection. Ultra Sword, unleash a series of slashes with your giant blade. Jet Hammer, activate the jet engine hidden in your hammer and rocket forward. Night Wings, spread your dark wings to fly forward at incredible speed. Inedible speed. Spear Cyclone, twist your spear in front of you as a shield or above you as a propeller. Super Spicy Cooking, serve spicy curries all around you to make rivals spew flames. Booster Cap, there's a mushroom guy? Use mushroom cap propulsion to rush ahead in a steady burst. Burst into flames and charge straight ahead as a fireball. Is that another one for Kirby? Snowball. Turn into a snowball and then grow larger and faster as you roll ahead. That blue Kirby, specifically. Only Kirby has 4 specials. You can choose your special by selecting Kirby's different color options. Purple, Yellerby, and... Might have noticed Spotted Cappy making an appearance. Wrong copy.
走るエアライダー
Even mushrooms can race in Kirby Air Riders.
あと
So diverse.
スペシャルボタンにはもう一
The
つ
special button has
重要な
another
機能がある
important
のです
function,
が
but we'll get to that
それは
later.
後ほど
Lessons.
今お話し
You can learn
した
about the different
ことを含め
racing
各種
techniques,
走行
including the ones I
テ
just
クニッ
went
クは
over
教
in
習所
in
で
lessons.
学ぶことができます
Sit. Run that back. Run that back. Analyze. 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 Analyze.
教習
Run that back. Basics. City trial. Jump scare. Looks like futuristic a little bit. Copy abilities in
所で
advance.
学ぶことができますゲームする前に
Before you start racing, it'd be a good idea to try the lessons out.
全部のチェックを埋めたら
Once you've completed all the lessons, you can master all the techniques in the game. Every single one. Machines.
そして
Each machine performs differently. Warp Star. Both drives and glides perfectly well. An easy ride with no clear weaknesses. Winged Star. Slow and ground-bound, but soars gracefully whenever it takes height. Takes flight, excuse me. Wagon Star. Can't boost charge, but makes up for it with higher performance in other categories. Can't boost charge. Wheelie Bike. Races ahead on a single wheel. An interesting design contained to star-type machines, but it probably doesn't really glide. Shadow Star. Attacks cause major damage even on a single hit. Soars on sleek and shadowy wings while airborne. Paper Star. Light as paper with impressive flight capabilities. Fragile but offers excellent acceleration.
速いとか
It's not just about basic speeds, like basic stats like speed or how well the machine can turn. The behavior also changes. Bulk Star.
例えばヘビースターは
For example, with the Bulk Star, you can charge up
それを燃
and
料
use,
として
and use the
走りま
charge
す
as fuel during the race. Has an extra tough frame that's hard to damage. Swerve Star.
リンズスターは
The
走ると
Swerve Star can
止ま
only
るしかありません
accelerate and stop.
プッシュすると止まるの
If
で
you boost charge, you'll come to
プッシ
a
ュして向
complete
きを変
stop,
え
so you
て
can
飛び出す
charge and turn, then speed off. They play completely differently.
前
That's
回
cool.
は大きく
In
分
the
け
previous
て
machines, in the previous game, there were two types of machines, Star type and Bike
新
type.
たなタイプが登
But
場
we're
し
adding
ます
some new types here. Chariot! The King's Chariot!
二輪走行で
It, runs
安
on,
定して
it
走り
turns
ま
on
す
two wheels and it's pretty
ついでに
stable.
言うとかっこいい
It also looks cool. Turns sharp corners with reliable agility. And it's stable, so it's hard to really get it to like spin out or anything. Tank
プッ
Star.
シュしても速度
Even
を
while
止
you're
めずに
boosting, you'll
直進し
propel
ます
straight forward without
そして
slowdown.
向いてい
You'll
る
then
方向
boost
に
dash in the
舵を
direction you're facing. Rushes forward on boost
そして
dashes.
高いです
Boost charges help him tackle turn at a good pace. Funnily enough, the machines have their own traits. It's part of the game's charm. They're so different from each other. Depending on the in-game rules, machines can end up half broken.
実はこ
When
の
that happens, they actually get a
スピ
speed
ードアッ
boost.
プしています 逃げ切
This
った
can
りするに
this
も
can
有効かもし
also
れま
help
せ
you
ん
get out of a tough spot. Rider.
前作では
In the previous game, while you could play as Meta Knight and King
参
DDD,
加していましたがマシンを自由に
you
選べ
couldn't
ません
choose
で
their
した
machines.
今回は自
Here
由に
you have the
乗せ替え
freedom
る
to
ことが
change
で
the
きて
machines.
よかったね
Good for them. For all characters.
ライダーは他に
There
も
are
い
other
ます
riders too. Okay, everyone is here. Magalore. A sly spellcaster who accelerates a lot after star slides. Attacks rivals ahead of you with perfect landings. I'm seeing potential. Glee! An odd creature of mysterious origin. Makes skillful use of his long wiggly tongue. Wiggly tongue. Waddle-doo! Keeps an eye on nearby rivals, then hits them with a peeper-powered arc of optic blasts. I don't think there's traditional items in this game. It's more about the like character abilities. Knuckle Joe. A fierce fighter who jabs at riders that come too close. Charge up fully for a flurry of punches. I'm into it. Susie. You mean Deltarune? A smug, shiny entrepreneur. Deploys a propeller to take off and float gently through the air.
ライダーは
Depending on their weight, each rider will have an impact on the
マシン
machine's
の性能に
performance.
影響を
I
与え
hope we get
ます
updates for this game after it comes out.
同じワゴンスターでも
So the same wagon star gets smaller if Kirby rides it,
デデデが乗ると
and bigger if it's King Dedede.
マシン自体が変わっ
Curious
て
how
し
the
まう
size of that
し
machine changes.
イメージ通
Curious.
りカービィ
As you can imagine, Kirby has a better boost and can turn faster. Because he's lightweight, King Dedede has increased top speed, attack power, and durability.
しかし 走行性能が変わるだけではありませ
Racing
ん。
performance isn't the only thing that changes
例え
at
ば
water.
レデデやメタナイトは
King Dedede and Meta Knight can also perform close range attacks.
敵に近寄るだけ
Just
で
get close to an enemy and they'll automatically strike.
キャピーは帽子が
Cappy's hat works as a shield and can withstand some
打撃に
attacks.
少し耐えます。マシンも特徴
The
深い
machines
で
are
すが
very intricate when it comes to their
それに合う
stats, so it's a
ライダーを
good idea to select a rider that complements each one.
もちろん
Of course, you'll want to consider the courses and rules as well.
だから
That's why in air ride mode, you'll select the course first, then the machine and rider.
しかしライダーが選べ
If
る
you
と
can
なると
select your rider, you might be wondering,
コピー能力は
is Kirby the only one who can use copy abilities?
カービーシリーズですから
This game in the Kirby series, which means
様々なコピー
this game is in the
能力
Kirby
を
series,
奪い
which
ま
means
す
Kirby can obtain copy abilities from other riders. That skill is unique to him.
他のライダー
But that would create an advantage over the other riders and create too much of a gap in the fun. So,
いろんなライ
we
ダー
made
が
the ability that other riders can also use copy abilities. Based.
なんと全て
All
のライダ
riders
ー
can have
に
copy hats. That's cool.
そこまで
Wait, you went that far?
やります。
Yes. Copy ability collection. Oh, you can get... Oh, this is items. Slosh automatically at nearby enemies and rivals. Oh, it's from enemies around the course. Bomb. Turn into a bike-type machine and get rolling. Just turn into a wheel. Show off your singing skills. Press the boost charger to a razor-sharp blade. Okay. Okay. I'm into this crap now. Become a massive indestructible force. I'm into this, man.
ちなみに
The plasma copy ability no longer requires you to flick the stick to charge it up. Excuse me. It now charges automatically.
プッシュで発
You'll
射
boost to unleash it.
コピー能力は
Copy abilities aren't just for attacking either.
スピードを上げるためのものもあり
There are
ま
ones
す
that also increase your speed.
コピーを持つ敵
To
キャラ
catch
を
enemies
捉え
with
るのは
copy abilities,
目の
boost
前
charge when they're directly in front of you.
つまりポン
In other words, press the button. The V button. Kirby will inhale them, but the other riders can catch them with a move called capture.
という技で捕まえます
Oh, you can take a copy ability away from someone else.
コック川崎はオタマで
Chef
捉えるの
Kawasaki can capture enemies with a
特殊な
ladle.
人もいます
Some riders have unique ways to capture enemies.
コピー能力を持
If
っ
you
ていない
capture an enemy
相手
without
を
a
捉えた
copy
ら
ability, you'll launch it at a
後ろ盾にして
star-based projectile.
なおコースを
Also, when you
破壊する
defeat an enemy
敵を倒す
wandering
と
through a course, you'll
砕
get
けた
small
星を
stars
得
and
て
accelerate.
加速します敵を倒した方
It's
が
more
いい
beneficial to defeat enemies.
キャプチャーによる
You want to launch
星
star-based projectiles from
コピー
captured
能
enemies.
力などを駆使してガンガン倒すと良いでしょう
Use copy abilities and so on to defeat enemies. There's so much depth in this. Some of the riders might even wander around by themselves depending on the rules. Here we casually revealed a newly added character. Who the hell are you, Starman? Similar to the Mushroom Cappy, this character was originally a weak enemy. Not all the riders are major characters. We focused on the individuality of each participating rider. Individuality. I hope people realize how cute Starman is. Excels at airborne maneuvers. Air ride. Let me explain air ride more, or in other words, the regular races. Riders and machines bursting with personality will compete across the finish line. Each race is limited to a maximum of only 6 riders. We could have added more participants, but we kept the pool small. I think 6 is the right balance to be able to better compete for first place. Since there's probably a lot of like chaos happening on the thing. Too many participants can make this game messy, and your chances of winning can shrink individually. For now, let's try doing 1 lap. Brother's just gonna show us. There's a lot of action that will happen, so I will suggest moving away from the screen a bit, or making it smaller. We'll race on an ocean, of course. Water flow waters. Of course? Ocean courses in racing games, familiar characters tend to have blue oceans, white beaches. Music with Latin American themes are styled with relaxing resorts. In Kirby Air Riders, it's not that calm. Please take a look.
海の面行ってみます
3, 2,
He's gaming! Moses! The water parted! Bro is in last place. What do you think is happening is what I'd ask, but now's not the time for questions.
敵が走った走行
The path left by an opponent's tracks will be marked by the little shining stars. Grab these and you'll speed up. Oh, that's cool.
また
You also get a speed boost when you attack an enemy or a rival.
ライバルを攻撃する
It's like a Sonic game! You go on the freaking rails!
攻撃によって相手の足を
It's not that you slow others down when you attack, you actually speed up when you
攻撃に
attack.
よって
It's kind of the main advantage.
というそういう遊びなん
That's
で
how this game works.
カッター能力とか
I'm using cutter and other copy abilities. This isn't. This is not a little Tykes game, bro.
ドリフト
Not the online, at least.
大砲
Out of the cannon. This is like a Sonic game.
そして
It's a Sonic game.
すごいですね生きた水
We designed this course with the idea of living water in mind.
コピーもう一個取ってみ
We'll try getting one more copy ability. It's wheel.
このホイール
I'll close the gap with wheel and unleash a special move. This is wild.
これでどうかな
I wonder if that did the trick.
このまんま
Let's keep that up and race ahead.
よしはいフィニッシュ
Okay, finished the race. He only showed us one lap. Normal race would be 3.
ああこれは気持ちのいいやつ
That
です、ね、
felt really
気
good.
持ちのいいゲームですねという風に
Hope you're able to see the variety of different attacks
それによってスピードアップをしていくという遊びが
and how you can use them to speed up.
と思いますあと海の面
The ocean course is pretty dynamic. It changes a lot. The course feels very dense, and along with the music, I think it's designed really well. You decided. There isn't a whole lot of repetition. As you race through the course, you'll find new things. Courses! Floria Fields. Grassy field blooming with flowers. Feel the gentle breeze as you ride through. And there's that cave segment. They're really doing rails. Cavernous corners. Caper around caves within a deep jungle. Treasure awaits those brave enough to reach its depths. It looks so pretty! Siberian Highway. Piercing lasers, collapsing platforms, anything can happen in this digital cyberspace. It looks cool! This game! This is so cool! Mount Amber Falls. A scenic sunset ride down a mountain. Enjoy the views of a snowy peak and a twilight beach. We have Mount Wario at home. We have Mount Amber Falls at home. It looks so pretty! I used some techniques while racing just now, but I'd like to introduce a couple that are vital to helping you win. This guy just talks about everything. I kinda love it. Star Slide! Each machine scatters stars during a race, and if you collect these stars, you'll speed up. If you, like, stay behind someone's trail. So those in the back have an advantage. You want to stay on the racing lines your rivals are using. So if you're in first place, you won't stay there for very long, basically. You can attack rivals once you catch up. Little stars that appear when you get hit also give a boost. These stars act as the machine's power source. Well, the game lets you attack in a variety of ways. Getting in the way of other machines or slowing them down isn't the main focus. The impact when you take damage is also minor. So it doesn't really like completely slow you down, which is awesome. In this game, you'll compete by getting speed boosts. Right, I can't read. You'll compete by getting speed boosts via staying on your rivals' tails and attacking. But getting attacked, it's more about like hitting someone than getting hit. If you're playing online and not with friends, you can jump into another session right after you complete a race. You don't have to wait for others to finish the race. That's cool. To start loading the next room. More machines? Turbo Star. Boasts impressive speed but proves stubborn and slow when it comes to steering. Slick Star. Slippery and tricky to control but offers a wholly unique approach to riding. It only goes at like sharp angles. Rocket Star dashes forward with superior acceleration on a maxed out boost charge, but it takes a long time to get to that charge. Rex Wheelie, an intimidating sturdy cycle who also has a name for some reason. If it can maintain its top speed, it'll roll its way to victory. Battle Chariots, a heavyweight hunk of a machine that tears up the road and can send enemies flying. Kirby looks so small in it. In Air Ride mode, you can adjust the in-game rules, such as the number of laps. I love Sakurai games always do this. You can also slow down the game speed. Oh, that's cool. This is ideal for new players. Just slow down all the speed. This game's average cruising speed is a little higher than the previous game. If you feel like it's too much, try slowing it down. For casualness, to play with my parents. In Air Ride mode, you generally can't destroy other machines, but you can enable that option in the settings to completely kill someone. You're out of the race. That's cool. You can completely knock someone out. City Trial!
シティトライアルを説
Let's
明
jump into
し
City
ます。
Trial.
ここがメインディッシュ。
The main event, the people here. I imagine fans of Kirby Air Ride were waiting for
前
this.
作はある程
In the
度
previous game, City Trial took place on a map with a given amount of space.
今回も
Here, it's still a
箱庭空間であ
sandbox,
ることは
but
変わらないのですが、今回は
this time, it's really big. It's set on a floating island. Cool.
その名も
Welcome to Skya.
他のフィールド
It's the only
はありません
city trial map.
人によっては
Some players will probably spend a lot of
長い
time
使い
here.
になることでしょう。スカイアは
As a sandbox, Skya does have borders, but it has different areas
様々な
contained
場所があ
within.
ります。
It's big boy. Skya Highlights Collection. The original only had one map. Flower Field. Urban Districts. This is the mode where you like explore and like get upgrades to prepare for a race at the end. Plaza. Caves. It's dense. Subway station. There's enemies. They're doing the rails. Forest. Coliseum. That big ass. The big ass chariot. Underground Mall. This is a big area. It's bigger than it looked at first. It looked kind of small at first. By the sea.
ゲームの流れをざっくり
Here's
ご
an
紹
overview of
介
how
し
City
ます。
Trial works.
このスカイアを
You'll
舞台
freely
に
drive around
自由に走
Skya.
り回り、マシンを見つけて乗り
Swap to
換
empty
え、
machines you
あ
find.
ちこちに落ちて
You
い
can
る
swap
パー
different
トを拾い集めます
cars and collect power-ups scattered throughout. The time limit is 5 minutes. Collect all the power-ups, many as you can.
するとそのままス
After
タジア
that,
ム
you'll head to the stadiums.
尖ったマシンと
You'll take your newly powered-up machine to one of the stadiums, each with their own features, and compete with it.
簡単に言うとこんなゲー
That's
ム
the
です
gist
が
of it. But first, a note about multiplayer. In the previous game, up to four could play in split screen. But now, whoa! 16 people can play City Trial. Of course, the game supports online play. You can play with friends via local wireless. Local wireless only supports up to 8 players. However, you can add computer-controlled players to bring the total up to 16. Since there are more participants, the map is also bigger than last time. Despite there being more participants, it's also fun to play solo. It might be a good experiment to add computer-controlled players, to add the number of computer-controlled players you want, because you can decide exactly how many, because this is better than Mario Kart. I'll briefly talk about fighting on Skya with the general 5-minute time limit, as well as the general flow. The general I misread that. First to select a rider. Wait, let me just run that back. There's a lot of room for more riders. They did not show everything. Maybe there'll be updates, because like, I guess 12 riders is enough for launch if they plan on adding a lot more. First to select a rider. But you can't select your machine. Instead, you'll start with a small machine, the Compact Star. I'm compact. It's easy to handle, but it's weak! Once you begin, try to find another machine to swap to as fast as you can. A machine that's unoccupied is known as an empty machine. One important note. I mentioned earlier that there's a new button. You just press the special button while facing an empty machine. You can jump straight to an without. You can jump straight from one machine to another without fully dismounting. If you're on a compact star, your machine is about to break. You can swap machines by simply bumping into an empty one. In the previous game, you always had to dismount from your machine and waddle on over. We've come a long way since then, huh? That being said, you can still dismount your machine by pressing and holding down the special button. And just waddle around. You can steal an opponent's machine if theirs is about to break. If it's close to breaking, you can steal it! Next, start finding power-ups. There are all sorts of power-ups. They increase your machine's boost, top speed, turn speed, glide, offense, defense, and so on. Because the rounds at the end can be all different things. The challenges. They're scattered all over the maps. Once you find a box, use moves like quick spin to break it. The quick spin is basically a stick shake. Ooh! Attack it by rapidly moving the stick. It's activated.
攻撃アイテムで
You can also use items to go after opponents and steal the power-ups they drop.
こともできます。もしもマシンが
If your
壊れた
machine
ら
breaks, you can
ライダ
still
ー単体で
jump and
歩い
run,
たりジャンプ
run
す
and
る
jump
こと
with
が
your
できま
rider
す。
to find another one.
さっさと空車を
You
見つけ
should
て
find an empty
乗り換
machine
え
and
て
grab
い
it
き
as
ましょ
soon
う。
as you can.
さまざまな箇所で
In different areas across Skya, you will swap out machines and collect power-ups to get stronger.
フィールドでは
Various
様々な
events can
イベントが
also
起こり
occur.
ます。
Items became gigantic. Oh, you might get thrown for a loop.
稼いだりと待ち
Or
ます
suddenly get lots of power-ups. 16 people running through this place.
その中で
I'll do some new events that stand out in particular.
ご紹介します。
Short race and dust up derby. A short race is underway. Hurry to reception. Oh, that's cool. A starting area will appear somewhere on the map. Make sure to hustle on over there. Of course, not participating in the event is also a strategy. If you get there early, you can keep collecting power-ups until it starts. In short race, those who enter the starting area will begin a race through the city within a sectioned-off area of the map. In the middle of your going around and collecting. From an outsider's perspective, all short race participants appear as ghosts, and they won't be able to interfere with each other. Once the race is complete, participants will obtain power-ups depending on their ranking. In Dust Up Derby, those who enter the starting area will battle each other. Obviously, those who've raised their battle stats will already have an advantage. This game is insane! Machines that excel at flying usually have a higher degree of freedom but lower durability. If you're at a disadvantage, it might be a good idea to power up by participating. If you're knocked out in Dust Up Derby, you'll be out of the running, but your machine will be destroyed. Your durability will recover and you can resume exploring Skya. You can earn power-up rewards here too. So even if you don't do well, it's still worth it to participate, probably. There's also events where bosses will appear? Like Krakow, for example. Krakow? Dyna Blade also returns from the previous game. Why do they all have, like, these weird names? City Trial Field Event. The mysterious bird, Dyna Blade swooping in. Meteors incoming. Danger. A secret womb appeared. The womb in question. Huge identified pillars appeared. Unidentified. Excuse me. Items became gigantic. I will say I could somewhat see this being a carried over Switch 1 game. Rush out the portals. Hurry, hurry. Oh, do those bring you across the map? That's wild. It's not a good idea to just blindly collect as many power-ups as you can. Depending on the stadium type, there are instances where you still want to be able to easily handle your machine. So make sure that your machine and collected power-ups match whatever goal you have in mind. If you prioritize increasing your top speed, the decrease in weight can lower your defense as a result, so opposite forces can come into play. As you're busy zooming around Skya, the 5 minutes will quickly fly by. Then, while you're confirming your machine's stats, riders are sent to the stadium. Your machine might be really fast, unmatched in the air, powerful in battles, or skilled in tight turns, for example. Make sure to take a close look at the stats of your completed machine. Try to cover for its original weaknesses. The 5 minutes are up. I'll introduce some of the stadiums where the winner is decided. Stadium collection. Kirby Melee. Defeat as many foes as you can. Enemies and other racers. Still got 15 minutes left. Air glider. Launch off the jump ramp and fly as far as you can. This is where you get points at the end after all your upgrades. Drag race. Ride straight ahead as fast as you can. Finish! Target flight. Hit the score pedals and earn points to match. Dust Up Derby. Defeat as many rivals as you can within the time limit. It's just PvP. Skydive. Dive quickly by boosting and aim for a high score. It's a freaking dropper. This is awesome. Gourmet race. Gobble up as much of the feast as you can. The remix, the music. Phew, there are lots of different competitions. Naturally, the machine you created will have its advantages and disadvantages. Stadiums are usually chosen at random from a large pool. If there are 16 participants, your chances of winning are only 1 in 16. Don't put fractions in front of me. Some video games have 100 players competing with each other. So maybe it's not something I need to worry about, but having a chance of winning, low chance of winning is tough. Also, I wouldn't want players to not have a chance of winning with the machine they made, because the stadiums are random. Is it the ambiguity that makes it fun? Being light and vague on the details has its charms. Anyway, we came to a way that any machine can compete to some extent. So now... Is it a vote? Yes. You can choose the stadium you want to compete in from the 4 that appear. Pick the one you like based on factors like the machine or the power-ups you obtained. We also made sure that the stadium options will vary. Depending on how you build your machine, some stadiums will be recommended. So if you're having trouble making a decision, pick those ones. All participants will choose from the same pool of 4 stadiums. But you won't know which stadium until the match starts. You won't know who chose which. The mind games have already begun. If you have a machine that excels at flying, then picking a flying-based stadium is one strategy. But if you see that your opponent has an even better flying-based machine, another strategy is to avoid them by selecting a speed-based or obstacle-filled stadium. Of course, there is a third strategy, where the opponent with the superior flying-based machine picks the speed-based machine instead to catch the others by surprise. It's quite fun indeed. Let's do a solo run of City Trial against computer-controlled players. I'll add 11 computer players and try a 12-player battle. There's always something different happening. So I hope we end up with something that looks good on camera. I got this on camera. I'm going to focus on exploration, and I'm off. Okay, let's begin. The compact star you start with is weak. You'll need to check your surroundings and jump to a nearby machine. There's a winged star, so I'll swap to that. Swapping machines is easy. Just press the Y button when you're near a machine to immediately swap. We got cheese. You don't have to press the button when you're on the initial swap compact star. You can swap by bumping into another machine. When you start, it's a good idea to look for boxes and break them to get into their contents. You can also pick up items lying around the map like this. Machines now fly more easily, just random-ass events. Field events will also occur. Right now it looks like the machines can fly more easily. Wow, they definitely can. Since it's easier to fly, we can get to quite high heights. And get quite high into the stars. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's take a peek at the underground mall. I know it's easier to fly through the sky right now, but... There's an underground path. Oh, my machine is floating too high. Sometimes that can get in the way. Field events can cause good and bad things to happen. This here is a Gordo ball. When you throw it, bam, you just dropped an obstacle. Block my own way. I blocked my own way. He said it twice. When you pass through areas like these, you can clearly see that Sky is a floating island. Get on the rail! Let me introduce this grind rail. Was this in the original? Probably not. Or maybe it was, maybe I'm stupid. It connects stations together, and it goes around Sky's borders. If you tilt the stick to the side, the rail turns red and you can drop from the track. A rare box, that's unusual. Desktop Derby is underway, head to reception. Right when I said that. I'm at a disadvantage with the Wing Star, so I'll swap to a Wagon Star. Can you get there in time? I can't say Wagon Star is good either. He's in the waiting room, and Desktop Derby players who entered this event will battle with each other. There are rewards when you defeat opponents, as well as rewards based on your ranking.
まあだから
Just to defeat as many opponents as possible
とに
during
かく
rewards.
ためには相手をよく倒した方がいいし、1人目
One down.
そして、
You need to stay alive for as long as possible.
生き残った方がいいっていうことですね。この落ちているアイテム
I'll pick up the dropped items and do my
なん
best.
とか頑張っていこうというような
Bam! They have the Smash Bros effects.
ラッキー。結構ここで
The third one.
3人目
On a four.
うわ
I might have earned too many power-ups. Time to deal the finishing blow. Only Starman was left. Maybe I'm a little too strong?
すんごい儲か
I earned a lot of rewards.
ったおかげ
As a result, my speed has increased quite a bit.
1位ですって。
Seems I'm in first place.
そうだな。
Let me see, I'll try swapping back to the Wing Star. You got first place in the Dust Up Derby?
これだいぶ
With this, I can fly pretty high into the sky. Jesus.
遠くに飛び
I
ます
can fly rather far.
これはなかなか
This is quite nice.
火山が
I can see a volcano.
火山の
You
中
can
に
enter
入
it too,
りま
but
す
I'll
が
keep its contents a
その
secret because I'm a
中に
jerk.
進出していこうかなここ闘技場ですね
This is a Coliseum. And now it's gone. There's something up there to
上
get?
に何かぶつかったけれ
I
ど
bumped into something above me, but let's ignore that. He doesn't want to show too much, he wants you to see yourself.
さて
Time's running out.
時間も
I need to figure out what to do
身
next.
の振り方を考えなければいけないです身の振り
By
方
that,
って
I
の
mean
は
thinking
どういう
about what kinds of
スタジアム
stadiums
が出て
will
くる
appear.
ことを想定してどういうマシン
And
に
which
乗る
machines
か
I should ride. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's good to read all of this out loud, but it's the way I do things. Rotos are falling from the sky.
なんだろうこの悪夢
Something out of a nightmare.
でも自分は
Well,
飛べ
I
る
can
から
fly,
みん
so
な頑張って
good luck to everyone else.
ああ
That's a lot of
こんなに
Gordos.
すごいゲーム
This game is wild. I know for a lot of people the text
なんで
appears
しょうね
too fast to read
空飛ぶ
themselves.
島が
Pretty fast for
こんなたくさん
me.
のトゲトゲ
Floating Iron is being overrun with a
支
bunch of
配
these
される
spiky
ってい
things.
うゲームってあんまない
I
で
don't
す
think there are many other games like this.
あそうだ一つ触れてお
I should explain one more thing.
これちょっと今
I'm unleashing a special move right now.
降車で
You
き
can
ます
get off the
降りら
machine.
れ
In
る
other words, hop off the
降りられ
machine.
るけど
But if you
相手
do
も
that,
その
you
時
can't
降ら
grab
れるん
items
で
at
す
the same time.
だから
If you're boosted off your machine or hop off your own, it's best to swap to another as fast as you can. Go find one.
そして身の振り
Decided
方
on
が
my
決
next
まりま
move.
したもう今回は飛行能力
This time my glide stats are high, so I'm going to attempt something with flying.
攻めるということにしようかなあと
Five,
5秒ぐらい
four.
Four,
Oh,
3, 2, 1. Time.
おしまい音楽もぴったりと
the music ends right on time.
飛行
Glide is
13
13, boost
そ
is
して
12.
加速も12やっぱり
Feels
飛
like
行で
I
攻め
should
るべ
really
きで
go
す
for
かね
something with flying.
重たさも上がってるの
My weight
で
has also increased, so I gotta just boost in my defense as well.
少しずつ上がっていく
So I should be able to
何で
handle
もいける
anything.
な何でもいける中でこう
Well,
い
I
う
should
の
be
が
fine.
出
I
て
got
き
these
ますけ
four
ど
options. Maybe I should follow the
やっ
recommendations.
ぱりおすすめに準ずるべきかなというわけで
I'll go with target
ポイ
flight.
ントストライクに
Hit the score panels and earn points to match. Oh, it's not a vote. You get to choose what you participate in.
これ2回の
This
チャレン
contains
ジ
two
で
rounds. Play with the
よ
highest
り
total
高い
score
得点
wins.
を取った人が勝ちというルールです100を狙
I'll
う
aim for the 100 point target.
よよしよし
That went well.
見ての通り100
You
に
can
は
see there's a
シャッ
shutter
ターがつい
attached
て
to
い
the
まして
100 point target.
そのシャッターの
Depending on the
タイミングによ
shutter's
っては
timing, you
全
might not
然
be able to get the points, even if you aim
という
well.
ことがあるので注意が
So be
必要です
careful.
ね他の人たちの様子を見て
Should we see how the other players do?
いや
On second thought, never mind.
また100を
Try aiming for 100 point target. Ah!
もちろん先に取られて
Oh, you got it!
タイミング危ない
That was close.
今ギリでしたけどほらギリだった
See, it's that close.
そして
You can see Kirby ambling along the bottom of the screen.
はい1
First place in that game.
はいお疲れ様でした
Thank you, thank you.
ナックル・ジョーが
Uncle Joe is riding on a
ライトスターに乗って
compact star
ます
for some
ね
reason.
これは
If your machine is broken or you don't have a machine before entering the stadium, you revert to a compact star, so keep that in mind.
気をつけましょうということでこのゲーム面白
So
いな
this game is a lot of fun.
シティトライアルで
That's
した
City Trial.
ところで
By the way, here's a new item feature.
アイテムは新しいも
Items
の
will
を
get
拾う
replaced
と
if you
上書き
pick
さ
up
れ
a
ま
new
す
one,
が
but you can also
その
reserve
中
one
の
item in
一
use
つ
and
だ
hang
け
on to
取
it.
っておくことができます
Was that a cannon? His wings.
コピー能力は毎回
Can't reserve copy
ストッ
abilities
ク
since
で
you
きま
use
せん
those on
が
the spot.
アイテムはストックに入り
But items can be stored in reserve and automatically appear once your current item is used up. So are there items? Is that only... Are there like traditional Mario Kart style items?
半分に使って
Or is it like only in City Trial? If you used up half of an item, it will return half empty.
ほぼ切れている場合
If
は
it's almost empty, it'll vanish without going into reserve.
スタジアム
Wow,
に
we're
ついて
almost done. Regarding stadiums,
たまにスタジアムが
there are
16
instances where it's
全員で
automatically
一つに
selected for all
統一される
players.
こともあります
3, 2,
前作と同じルー
This
ル
works just like the
という
previous
ことに
game
な
where
り
you
ま
don't
す
get to
が
choose
こ
the
の場合
stadium.
スタジアム選択はなしですコース開始前に
Sometimes an alert will pop up
予告
before
がある
City
場合
Trial
と
begins.
いきな
It'll
り
tell everyone to
選
like
手になる場合があります
go for things that would work for that ability then. Other times you might just all end up
予告が
together.
ある場合そのスタジアムに
If there's an
寄り添
alert,
う
everyone will vote for the
マシン
machines
は
that
みん
will
な
have the
欲しがります
advantage in that
から
particular
それも
stadium. Yet another mind game.
フィールド時アイテムの
In
予言
Sky,
書
the
や
prediction
アナウンス
codex
でスタジアム
item or the announcements can hit what the
教
stadium
え
will
て
be.
くれることもあります
This time the stadium contest is air glider, so you can know that before anyone else. But sometimes the announcements will contain
たまに
false
偽情報を
information,
混ぜてくるからご
so
注意
be careful. It's time to think about strength other than
今回は
speed.
よーく
This time around, if you
見
look
ると
closely, you might be able to
偽情
spot
報
the
を
false
見破れる
information. Oh, like it'll like give you the wrong
かも
tip.
なお
Made you look.
一つのスタジアムには8人ま
Up
で
to 8 players can enter one
入場できます
stadium.
人気が集中して同
The
じスタ
stadium
ジ
is
アム
popular
に
and has more
8
than
人
8
以上が入る
participants.
と自動的に2組に
It'll automatically
仕分け
divide
られ
them
ます
into two groups.
そこで疑問が
Now here's a
たまた
question
ま
for you.
一人だけのスタ
What
ジア
happens
ム
if
に
you
な
end
った
up
ら
being
どう
the
なるの
only
でしょう
player who picked the stadium?
Total champion.
あなたに敵はいなか
You
った
had
大
you
勝
had
利
no
です
competition. A
一
major
応その
win.
後その時のライバル
After that, you can still battle with computer-controlled players who have your opponent's stats, if you feel like
勝
it.
っても負けても優勝
Even if you win or
になります
lose
けれども
against them, you'll still be crowned the winner,
オンライン
just if you
で
feel like
誰
it.
かと遊んでいる場合
If you're playing online, you
シ
can
ー
jump
ン
to
が
another
終わった
session
ら
once you're done, just like in
次
air
の
ride
セッション
mode.
のエアライド
You can jump to another session before anyone
好きなだけ
else
遊んでやってく
is
ださい
even finished. Go ahead and play.
参加人数が少ない
If there are
時の
fewer
対
players,
戦
you
時は
can vote for which
投票によ
stadium will
っ
be.
てスタジアムを
You can
抽
vote
選
for
する
which
こと
stadium
が
will
で
be
きます
selected via a lottery.
前作同様
You
完
can
全
also
ラン
make
ダ
it
ムにもで
random
き
like
ますので
like in
ル
the
ールをいじ
previous
ってみ
game,
て
so
くださ
play
い
around with the rules.
スタジアムは同じ
Some of them have
種類でも
variations,
バリエー
even
シ
if
ョ
they're
ン
the same
がある
type.
場合がありますこれはまた
There's also something that can keep you occupied for a long time.
ファンに長年愛さ
City
れた
Trial, the mode
シティ
beloved by
トライア
fans for many
ここに
years,
来
is
て
back in
新
Kirby
作
Air
遊
Riders.
べるようになりました令和ですけど
Even though now we're in the 2020s, I hope you're looking forward to it. I think both look really cool. Oh, they just wanted to show off the song now? Starlit Journey English version.
オープニングで少し流れていまし
You
た
heard a
が
little bit of it in the
今回
intro,
メインテー
but
マ
this
があ
time
りま
there's
す
but this time around there's a main theme.
マシンと共にあ
It
る
takes the
喜びを
joy of being
ストレー
together
ト
with
に
your
歌った
machine and
歌です
expresses that as a song.
いくつかのコースの曲とと
It'll
も
be
に
released on Nintendo Music later today along with some other
すぐに公
tracks.
開されますので
Based.
よろしければどうぞ
Also, new Donkey Kong is in that logo for Nintendo Music now. Was that always there? Closing.
単なるコミカルレースゲームではない
So
こと
did
は
it come
伝わ
through
りま
that
した
this
でしょ
isn't
うか
just a humorous racing
元の
game?
ゲームは
The original game
20
released over 20 years
年以上前のものですが
ago, but I think
古
there's
さを
fun to be
感
had
じさ
that
せ
feels
ず
refreshing.
斬新なしかも
The
他のゲー
racing
ムで
mode
は
looks really
楽しめ
cool
な
as
い
well.
遊びがあると思います
Refreshing, novel, and unique
今
at the
回の
same
番組
time.
は
That's all
こ
for
れで区
today,
切
but
りで
there's
す
still a
が
lot of things we
紹
weren't
介
able
し
to
きれてい
cover.
ないことがまだまだありますいずれ
I do not want to share the wonderful
さらに魅力を伝えたいと
aspects
思い
of
ます
this
ので
game,
ご期待いただ
of
け
this
ればと
game
思い
so
ます
soon. So I hope you look for what the hell?
紹介しきれていないことが
I misread
ま
it.
だまだありますいずれ
I do want to share the other wonderful aspects of this game
さら
sometime
に魅力
soon.
を伝えたい
So
と
are
思
we
いま
going
す
for
の
a
でご期待いただければと思いま
long
す
hype cycle or more
それでは
trailers, or is he gonna post it online or something? Release date though? This looks cool as shit. This looks cool, man. Release date, release date, release date, release date, give it to me. Huh? Huh? Tumbleweeds? Tumbleweeds? Who? This is gonna be a character I'm not familiar with. What the hell, boy? I don't know what that is. November. Okay. November 20th, 2025. Sega? Why was Sega in the companies listed? Okay, that was insane. The game looks really cool. It looks really cool. I hope there's a lot of tracks. I hope there's updates as well. I really hope there's updates. Like a lot of updates. Not just like, oh, we're gonna add like a little thing like once and we're gonna add like one character, little like new stadiums, like new tracks and characters, and maybe stadiums for the city trial mode as well. I don't have that much to say, I guess. City trial looks cool. I might actually be a little more excited for the race mode than city trial. I haven't played city trial before, but they both look cool though. They both look insane. I know I keep using the I word. There's so many different types of vehicles and riders, and give me all the content, man. Give me all the content. I'm a little worried about the number of tracks, because they only showed like 6 or 8. I guess 8 is okay at launch. 8 is enough at launch, but like, don't keep me waiting too long. Come on, man. If you want this to stay alive as an online game, then you need the updates, man. But I think Sakurai knows that. I just miss Sakurai Directs, man. This was loads of fun. Chibi Robo is on GameCube. Heck yeah. I'll see you guys in whatever my next video is, I guess. Goodbye.